And again, hopefully we're in for a series that can go the distance tonight.
And here we go with our first comps. 52 Splash Dooley, E-Leader on the side of your mom with the Forge Wiper Bamboo Jr. from Limeade.
Yeah, a look that we're probably used to seeing out of Limeade as of recent, of course, the Lillian Jr., but you might be surprised to see Pika on the Wiper, going to be playing that heavy QR thing. Of course, Chara viewers, probably about the same thing that Arashi normally does, so you'll get to see that come in here as well.
Yeah, Pika's been really doing the Wiper lately, one of the people to invest in. We can see it shreds that crab beautifully on the side. Gonna use this Ultra Stamp to try to secure the 52 kill with a bit of a help from Shiny. Gonna be able to get it. Just throw in the hammer for a bit of extra pressure. Should be able to quickly take out this Wave Breaker. Another player. And one more shot can get the E-Leader here. The Wiper Inktank fighting against him, but gets a nice pick to open up the map.
And already 3 down here for your mom. We're starting to see the clams come online for Limeade, as now they're starting to move forward a little bit more. Shiny in position here as well, getting a few more in. And we're already seeing the amount of presence that they're building up here. You see all of this blue ink, or at least it was there for a while, but the second that it starts to go away, now you see your mom come right back in, starting to take back control of this area underneath their basket, forcing Limeade away, but a beautiful push down to 32 to kick things off.
Yeah, that's a great push to start the match off. Limeade doing a great job with the opening. Power immediately finding a snipe, though, as well as another player going down. Lily's going to have to use the bubble early to try to stall for time. Going to be trying to hold it as much as possible, but Power keeps finding kills. The Crab and Whale are both being used early, at least. Not going to have to deal with those specials on defense. But with Lily down, this is going to be a little bit difficult for them to regroup.
Yeah, interestingly, that bubbler goes out, but it doesn't actually be that effective because there's not a lot of people also following up with Limeade. It looks like Pika coming in off of the flank here. We can't quite see on this barrier, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of members of Yamum around that are able to actually get clams in. They're only going to get a power clam +3 down to 71. Not the kind of push you'd like to see. Didn't quite have the same amount of sustained presence that we saw from Limeade earlier.
Oh, that's a nice flick from Power. And while Limeade has gotten the good first push, they're struggling to find a nice foothold in mid.
And it looks like Yamum is starting to stabilize mid. We'll see if they can find an opening as they look to make another push.
And that is a huge kill on the Junior, not only getting a pick, but setting them up in the perfect grab spot, which is going to result in a big snowball as they find another kill. The Bamboo is low. They're going to jump a power clam in, which I think is close enough. Yes, it is enough. They score 2 power clams. I didn't even realize they had a second. And here comes the next crab out for their team, and they're starting to get a good hold here. Krem goes down. Pika's going to have to find a pick on a mid, but Hunty's able to clean that up. The push is at least stopped, but Limeade is still struggling, having to use another special just to get out of their spawn.
And Yamum continues to hold on to mid. They've got a minute left to play. Will be interesting to see if they'll be able to hold on for the entire rest of the night.
But that's already 3 down. We see Pika, the last remaining power, honestly holding his ground very well against aggressive weapons. It's leaving Pika in the corner right now. He's going to have to come back while their push is happening, but he's located. Going to get picked off really early, and Power has a few clamps. Not enough for the knockout, but would love to extend that lead just a little bit further. Here's Hope with another 2, but I think they're not going to be able to get that push in. That could have been a little bit more points, but Limeade able to defend before it gets too bad. But Power continues to find opening after opening pick in this match.
Someone on Limeade has to find a way to open up the space, has to find a way to break through Yamum's stronghold in the middle of this map, and it looks like they might have found their opportunity as Hunty goes down here. Booyah Bomb going up in the air from Prim, thrown right towards that crowd, but Lily goes down all of the same. Overtime force with the power clam on the map, but with only 2 members up for Limeade, they're just not going to have the ability to get this in. Pika now is the last one up as a jump's trying to come in, but there's enough members of Yamum around to secure themselves the game. The power clam will despawn, and that's game 1. As both Shiny and Pika are opening on that far right side of the map, already trying to challenge the opposing plat. Immediately going to get dropped on, called out by Yamum, and instantly punished.
Yeah, that was a good attempt for the opening there. I like the 2-person on the right side, but I'm not sure if Wiper Bamboo was the best pair. Has a bit of a tricky time hitting people in a few situations there, and that just didn't work out quite well. The crab's being used early, but the C Junior goes down. Going to be keeping the Wavebreaker out of the fight. Another kill, and this could be really dangerous. The Tita could push up really far, but I think the Bamboo's going to be able to hold it for now. We're seeing Yamum get points relatively uncontested. Power going to opt to be the Tower Rider for this part of the push as we get closer to the second checkpoint.
That first check cleared, and there's so much control right now for Yamum in this plat area, but now there's an opening. Setu goes down, Limeade rushing all three in this direction and continuing to try to build up their presence towards mid. Looks like Grim is going to go down in the process, but of course Pika's already on the front lines here. That Wavebreaker is going to fall as well. Pika charging right towards this plat area, and now gets called out, gets punished. Now all of a sudden, Limeade doesn't have an opening, and Power can just rain on down towards this tower. Beautifully well done on the defensive hold at the first check, which we do not often see here on Museum.
Yeah, Limeade unable to set up on the right side well enough, gets picked off really early. Some nice snipes and mine placement from Power was key in that defense. And we're seeing Yamum already set up in the front. They don't have the crab at the ready quite yet, but they do have a tri-strike. So they're going to be trying to hold on to use that second crab later past the second checkpoint. Pika in mid, going to be able to get Setu from behind though, and trade with Hunty. Power goes down, and the checkpoint wasn't even cleared. That's actually not that great a push at all. And we've seen both teams surprisingly struggle to hold the tower on the right side.
And again, you'll notice a large part of that. Power was the furthest person forward, riding the tower for Yamum. There wasn't any control of plat at all, and so when Limeade comes back in off the respawns, they're able to come right on back through this. Now you see the positions that Limeade is taking, with Pika and Krim already so far forward, now challenging Power there as well, opening up so much room to clear that first check, and now likely even going to be the second check as well. There's Power trying to tap shot, or sorry, that's Shiny, of course, tap shotting with the bamboo. That makes a lot more sense. But already, all of this coming together here right now for Cherry Limeade. Down to this third check, still so much space ahead of them. Pika gonna throw another hammer. Finally, they get punished. Finally, the fights go the way of Yamum. But a very strong push here for Limeade.
Yeah, very nice setup from Krim, getting that top side of the map. If you can manage to get up there, it's really difficult, but when you get there, it's so good to maintain control. And ooh, I don't like both crabs being used this early. Typically, you don't want to have two crabs at the same time because one is usually effective enough to do the job, and now they're not going to have any on their push. Pika's also behind them, bullying the dually. We're seeing Yamum still set up here, but it's going to be a bit tricky, missing their main front line to try to clear the second checkpoint.
Okay, here's Hunty and Hope looking to try to find an opening. They haven't had control of plat so far, but it looks like the second checkpoint will fall nonetheless. Power dropping back below on this tower, but there's Pika, surprise, popping right over top of the spinner and is able to take care of a few there of Yamum. Limeade is going to be able to find the wipeout here, and now pushing back through mid. But again, expect to see this 2 or 3 more times back and forth. What was that? Throws the hammer even in the face of danger. Able to take care of one. Limeade looking to push this tower right back.
We have a 1v1 between the two Chargers. Shiny gonna opt to hold this bottom right side. Just leave the tower here, not worry too much, and just allow people to regroup, allow his team to maintain map control, and stall the other team as long as possible. To be using that killer whale, that auto bomb, gonna get a nice kill on a Setu. And right now, they just want to keep the tower on the right side. That's the easiest spot to keep there. They'll get the special advantage because they are in tower control, so as long as they can keep it over here, they can burn more resources for the enemy team. Speaking of which, there goes the crab right away to try to stop the push. But so far, they are struggling to get back in. We're finally seeing Yamum get some map control. They need a clean kill onto Krim and Shiny. They do get one, but not the other. Shiny is still stalling for time in the corner. Gonna be able to get a killer whale without going down, and Yamum is slowly falling behind as Cherry Limeade are set up on the tower, and Yamum is running out of time.
Now, Limeade here is cautiously pushing this one forward, right? They're not going all out. They're not going to fully go for this push if they can avoid it. But if there's an opportunity that presents itself, it might as well. And now you're starting to see that with Pika going in, having that hammer, able to find that trade there. And they will maintain control when the clock hits 0, solidifying themselves game 2.
Only some small adaptions. We have Krim going to the machine instead of the Forge Pro, and we see a second splash coming out from Yamum instead of going with the normal dually. Very interesting for Rainmaker. This is where I consider dually the strongest, but Shiny is just kind of running it past, and I don't quite know what happened there, but the Rainmaker is now all the way to the goal. Yamum has gone down trying to salvage the poor positioning, and now the stamp throw. Can this snipe the crab? No, just a little bit too far, but the Rainmaker is now running all the way to 40 as Lily walking forward is able to get all the way to 29 quite early, and it's just Power. He's trying to stop the push and is going to be able to force the last member to jump out, but the damage has been done, and Limeade with a very explosive opening.
Just pushing that Rainmaker right on through there to take care of business. And now looks like a little bit similar. Wait.
What the hell happened?
What even was that game?
That wasn't even in the spectator mode. We're going to need the replay for that one. Little bit of a con switch from Limeade, going to be going with the Tri-Slosher instead of the Wiper. This is one of the weaker QR and Wiper maps in general, so I think Tri is a smart pick here. Krim going to opt to stick with the machine, and Lily going to go to the Custom Junior. A little bit of adaptations, but most part same plan from Limeade. Tri going over here to try to pick the splash, but so far, the opening looks like it is in a huge favor for Yamam.
Already charging forward, trying to find this over top of the zone. Vigo right in top of this Inkjet already. Looks like, though, it's not going to get a ton of value here. Not able to find much of anything, and now the collapse back from Yamam. Another one goes down. Pika trying to hug this right now, but it's taken down in the process here as well. And things are falling apart here for Limeade. They just cannot quite find an opening.
Limeade getting very brawly, but this is where a lot of the shooters are going to thrive here, able to get a good amount of picks, and there's so little special, so little time. Luckily, Shiny, they're able to find 2 kills, but unfortunately, the E-Leader takes them out. Lily's gonna have to paint the zone. I don't think they can do it. They barely don't get it in time. And just as fast as a Rainmaker match happened one way, we just have the zones match happen the other. And Yamam is back to tying up the scoreboard. But this map, while it's much better for the flanks and aggressive playstyle that Limeade likes due to having one of the few actual flanks in the video game, unfortunately, it is also one of the maps where E-Leader simply reaches from one spawn to the other. So I'd say it's a fairly even one to start out. And so far, Limeade is not wasting any time. There's that immediate bubble in front of the basket as they set up score. Pika throws a hammer in there, tries to find someone. Hunty is fighting, gets picked off, and wow, what an explosive start from Limeade, not wasting any time.
Exactly what I'm talking about here, and now they're sticking around at least a little while longer. Literally taking until that bubbler actually goes down in of itself. Now finally they get collapsed around, but a very reminiscent push of game 1. Limeade pushes it down to the low 30s here as they're looking to try to get themselves an advantage early in this game.
And having Wavebreaker on this left side can be really devastating for them to push in. They're gonna have the wave, they're gonna have the crab, and they're trying to find an opening. The crab gets immediately broken though. The Wiper manages to trade to be able to keep things going. Hunty is in front with all the clams to try to make a power. We're going to see one of the crab tanks dive in front, ignore the bamboo just to shoot the block for a little bit. Finally going to be able to get some setup here. Needs to take out this junior. And Yamam is getting set up for a push of their own with an immediate double power clam score. That's going to be really good for them.
Double power clam score, so much control of the middle of the map right now that they might be able to hold on to this for a little while longer, but notably they don't have that big bubbler, and so this is going to very quickly get collapsed on by Cherry Limeade. Good push from Yamam, but wasn't quite good enough, wasn't quite sustained enough to actually net themselves the lead here.
Ooh, and this is looking bad for Yamam. The only defender on the low ground, and uh-oh, this is a score. They have a lot of clams. It's not going to be enough for a knockout, but it's going to be pretty damn close to it. That's going to leave very little time. If you're Yamam, you gotta go, like right now. You have to move to get inside that big bubble, but it looks like it's gonna be too late, and that one push was enough for Limeade to secure another game win, and they are getting close to the 5 needed to take the set. Oh, is that a bow? And a Nautilus? Okay, Power! Busting out the counter pick? I don't know, maybe this is a flounder thing. I do think the Tri-Stringer is actually really good on this map, but I haven't really seen anyone try it too much, so this is going to be interesting for sure. Meanwhile, Limeade opting to increase their aggression. Nautilus and 2 sloshers is absolutely going to go into getting kills in order to make things happen. And so far, Limeade has a very nice setup early on. Inkjet is going to be very nice. On this map, you can leave the recall in a safer spot while descending to the low ground, and you're able to recall to a much safer position. Makes it very strong on this map. And we're seeing Limeade get through the next checkpoint really early on. Power is trying to find some AoE shots into the limited space that Limeade has. And so far, it seems to be working at slowly opening things up right now. The tower getting all the way to 29 as Yamam slowly starts to find a way in. There's only 1 player left remaining, and they finally go down
towards the tower. Well done. A large part of the reason why that push was stopped. Now, Pika flank angle, able to find at least 2 here onto Yamam, and now it's only one up here for Limeade. It's going to be this Nautilus right now, struggling to actually find a way to take care of business here. And now there's the Ink Storm going out. 3 down situation, though, for Yamum. But now Shiny goes down. Pika up in his Inkjet. Might not be able to find much of anything here. Getting shot in a very awkward 1v1. Hope falling off the map there, unfortunately. But Limeade, nonetheless, continuing to push this tower.
Able to effectively find an assist before going down and trading with power. And so far, so good. Limeade's been able to maintain this aggression. We're seeing a lot of aggressive power from the side of Yamum. They're going to have to be able to use that on their pushes as well. They need to clean up this machine. It's going to be a trade, less than optimal. They're going to lose the Tri-Strike, which would have been really helpful. And right here, we see Pika already taking advantage of the map geometry. He's already back behind them, and now Yamum's going to have to circle back, trying to clear the Tri-Slosher away. Now the Nautilus is there. There's multiple people on their zone. Yamum is able to stabilize at least, but they're losing a bit of time. They're going to have to burn a few specials, but this Crab Tank is in a perfect position to get the picks there. They're going to be able to put some pressure. They see the Nautilus early, going to wall it out before they can even threaten to get an early kill, and they should be able to clear this checkpoint before Limeade is able to regroup.
This set you guys said he was retired. I don't believe it for 1 second. You can't just pull something out like that when you're retired. Those old bones don't move fast enough. But now, Limeade, another 2-down situation. They're starting to just move forward here even more. And Satu's got another grab on top of the tower, looking to try to go right towards Grim. And Shiny takes care of both of them. Hunty in position here as well. It's the lead change for Yamum, and they're looking for the knockout here in addition. That Grab Tank putting in so much pressure from Hope. Now, as Limeade is trying to come in back from their spawns, Triple Strike trying to come out here, get something done. Setu hopping up there, trying to challenge this as well. Lily trying to jump on top of this tower, and we'll just stall it out for a moment. Yamum once again ties up the series.
Was power on the bow last time, or did I mix those the whole time?
No. I'm pretty sure you're right and that power was on it. I guess Setu was like, wait a minute, I actually play bow, so like we could actually do this. But you're already seeing here, Limeade tries to make an advantage, tries to make an opening, but they're all clustered in the same exact location. That Crab Tank gonna make quick work of them overall. And so now it looks like Yamum might be able to come back into mid, but no, gotta be a little bit careful with some of the members of Limeade quick off of their QR. Now gonna be trying to just dive right on back in. That's Pika creating a distraction here. And again, Yamum, based off of that distraction, wasn't able to take back control of mid. They're trying to fight for this once again in neutral.
Yeah, we had a classic Crab moment, but even with that, Rainmaker hasn't been able to go super far. We're seeing the regroups happen pretty handily, and so far Yamum is able to set up. They clearly want to push this right side. They have the Trizuka ready. Rainmaker is nearby, but they need to be able to secure that top right position. They're going to pop the Zuka to do it. Shiny not aware of it, going to get killed early. The Zuka going to be putting some pressure onto the checkpoint. Lily going to pop the bubble to stall. Pika is trying to find an opening behind them. Not able to get anything off quite yet. Krim is going to be able to walk straight ahead of Power, though, as all the defensive players move out of the way, and they're able to take him out. A lot of Rainmaker stalling, but not a lot of points happening. Pika going to walk straight in with the Wiper, find a double. Getting in mid with the Ultra Stamp, going to throw it, unfortunately, the spinner, keeping him away from that third kill. But Limeade able to set up quite well here. They're going to be looking for the extra kill onto the splash. They do, and this is a really nice setup for them. And we're going to see Pika putting pressure onto the Rainmaker. Shiny as well in front. The stamp being thrown again. The Wiper just gets stamps that fast. And which side is Limeade going to opt to push? It looks like they're opting to push the low ground, but Shiny gets picked off before their teammates can help them.
It is going to be Cherry Limeade that gets themselves the lead, at least for the moment. But this is still sitting on a razor's edge. Now Lily moves it just a little bit further forward, down to 65, but the pop is going to come through for once again. That Wiper with so much object damage now is going to be taking the Rainmaker themselves and able to drop that one down on that checkpoint. Well done for Limeade.
It looks like Power is going to opt to break it to the left side. I don't think any of Limeade is there to stop it, and this is dangerous. Even if the spinner weren't dropped, you can just jump it over the gap in order to get the lead. However, it looks like Cherry Limeade's able to slow it down. Lily's going to be popping a bubble, and they will be able to stop it for now. Going to grab the Rainmaker to make sure no one sneaks it around, and they just want to get it off this right side.
With just 6 seconds left to go, Lily's just going to sit, be quite comfortable stalling here on this side of the map. Power tries to approach, but it's not going to be enough, and Limeade's going to hang on. They are now 1 game away from clinching this set. The main thing that Yamum's going to have to be worried about are these flank angles, which Power is is already covering, pivoting to both sides, able to find one on top of Crim, and now is able to get the assist here with Shiny. Lily, the only one up here in zone, gonna get taken down in the process, and so even though Limeade was able to get a few points on the board here early, they're starting to move back. Ooh, no, actually, wait a minute. The QR comes in, the jumps come in, and Limeade actually able to sustain this push after getting a few other cheeky splats back the other direction.
Power is trying to pick off Crim. They're going to pop that Booyah Bomb to stay alive. Shiny finally goes down. They have the double crab ready to push back in. Set to use theirs, but they need to kill this Wiper. Unfortunately, the Wiper picks off Power first. They have the crab, but they're going to have to wait for a regroup, and by then, Limeade's going to have their specials. They're going to have one chance. Here comes the crab. It has to come up big. Not able to find a kill. Gets immediately shredded by the bombs. And we're seeing a zone battle. Crim goes down. They need to paint the objective. Square, paint square. Here we go. It's not capped yet. There we go.
Oh.
Finally, the Tri-Strike finishes off Lily, and that'll just be enough for the zone to be capped. And that was very dangerous there. Ooh, huge flank from Pika, but unfortunately, there's no one really pushing them with this team with them, which means they can just turn around. I can't even speak. They're going to be able to turn around and shut him down before the rest of their team comes in. And Pika just shredding the crabs over and over with the Wiper. But unfortunately, there's very little time remaining. Power finds a kill. It's just Shiny. They have that killer whale, and they're going to have to use that to push in. Here comes the whale. The members of Cherry Lemonade are trying to find their way into the zone. There's very few time left. Lily's trying to paint it, but they're not going to make it in time. And Yamum is able to get a game barely. When it was one player alive, they managed to hold just enough to get the zone, to get the hold, and we are going to a game number 9. And here we go with this explosive game 9. Power going to be trying to set up aggressively on the bridge. Finds an early kill onto Crim. Bubble comes out, but 2 players die. Not going to get too much out of it. They're going to break it before a jump from Pika could even think about getting there.
This was all well and good, but they didn't actually take the space that they have that was being generated by that crab. Didn't find a way to go underneath that bridge and start challenging things for Limeade. And now all of a sudden, it's Limeade breaking right back into mid. Power getting rushed down from multiple angles. Forced to pop this back as now Limeade has an opportunity to move in. You see the big bubbler going up, and it's going to get actually a small bubbler this time around, getting blocked by the top of that bridge. But nonetheless, the chaos continues to happen here, and it's going to mean that this one's going to see pretty much mid. We're going to see a football go in here, but Limeade not able to find much off of it at all.
However, it's at least some points on the board here. However, I don't think it's going to be worth it. If Limeade goes down, the Tri-Strikes are coming out. It's just Shiny. They're going to have to try to defend this. They're looking for a pick, not able to find one. Opting to jump out. They're going to have the killer whale soon. Power aggressively vacuuming the corner to make sure these players go down. Going to be putting a shot by the bridge for good measure and keeping the basket open, showing he's no stranger to being more aggressive with that weapon.
All we have to see is Yamum try to hold on to their bridge control, but already Limeade looking to try to disrupt that. Here comes Pika, Ultra Stamp coming out, 2 power claims going in the basket right now. They're going to get a few more claims on the board, and there's the lead for themselves. 2-run situation there as Pika goes down, Crim goes down here as well, but notably that big bubbler still in position. Lily finally going to get pushed out of that bubbler with the double grab shooting from either side here, and we'll see if Yamum can break back into mid with the limited resources that they have.
Very nice push from Limeade, able to take the lead. Pika's wasting no time, dropping into the backline. He sees a killer whale, and he knows he can combo off that. And an immediate second score from Limeade going to come out. They're going to be able to get a few more points.
There's plenty of blue ink in this area. If they hold on to this for a little while longer, they might be able to go for the knockout right here. Going back for a few more clams. There's Pika, probably has a few more. These are the winning clams going in from Shiny right now, and they're going to take the set. Limeade sticks with their shine performance and is able to knock off Yamum here in Ludi.